Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtivada. In this video, we will learn about form group with form controls of a reactive form in Angular. To know about the problems which we faced during the usage of form controls itself and what are the advantages of form group, please watch my previous video for better understanding. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here, in this video, we will learn about a form group and how to use along with the form control. Let me create a form with two elements, that is input field with a placeholder, enter username, and break statement with one more break statement, and then let me use one more input field where the placeholder is enter password, and also let me give a break statement and a break statement, and let me give a button as type button with login as the label for that button. Let me go to the browser and check whether this UI is rendering as expected. Let me go here, and if you see here, enter username, enter password. These are the static elements for now. What I want to do is I want to inject or bind my form controls to this. But in this, we will not bind a individual form control. Instead, we will try to create a form group, and for that form group, we will try to bind that elements. Let me give a form group as login form group, which is of type form group. And now I want to assign this form group in the constructor. As we know, constructor is the first execution method inside a class. So let me give this dot login form group is equal to new form group of. So a form group is a collection of controls, collection of nested forms, collection of form arrays. For now, we are focusing only on the form controls. So let's consider form group is a collection of form controls. So here, what is a form group? Form group is a class which is given by Angular forms, that is a reactive form, and this class will accept a parameter called as object, and this object will have a key pair value. Each and every key pair value can be considered as one of the form control. Now what I want to do is I want to define a form controls for this. Let me use email as my form control. And how to define a form control? We have a mechanism called as new form control of. It has two parameters. One is a static parameter, that is a value, and one more is a validators array. So for now I'm giving only the static value, that is an empty. And also let me give one more control like password form control of empty. So these are the default values for that particular form control. Now we have created our form group with two form controls. Let's bind this to our HTML. Previously we have only the control and we have binded in this way like form control, but we are using the form control inside the form group, so we should not use direct form control. Instead, we have to give a group for our form tag. Let me give form group with the name of the form group is login form group. Let me copy this login form group and assign to this. Now my form is a form group, and now whenever I want to use each and every control, then I can use over an element like input elements or any form elements. So for that sake, what I can give is I don't want to give form control now, because we are using a form group which is already binded, and just I want to give form control name. There is a property called as form control name which will accept the static value, that is an email, that is the control name. And let me copy the same thing and paste here. Save this. And now what I want to do is to see the values which are entered in this input fields. I am using a button which is having a click event, and this is something like login. So let me save this. And now this login, let me define inside my TypeScript file login, and here let me console the values which are entered in that form group. So this dot login form group dot value. So the value will be giving whole form group value inside an object format. So let's see that in the browser. Let me inspect this, reload, go to the console, clear it off, and now let me enter some value like Sai Kumar, and the password is 123456 and click on login. You can see email and the password. So the password is not mapped as expected. Why? Let's see that. So now the password is this one, so we are giving a form control as email. It's a wrong binding. So let me give password here, save this, go back, clear it off, and enter some value, enter 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and hit login. So you can see email and the password. Where this email name and the password key are coming from. The email key and the password key are coming from the configuration which we did inside our form group. So for example, let me do this password as password reset. Save this and let me bind this password reset here inside the form control name. Let me save this. Now our object will contain email key and the password reset key. So let me type something and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, click on login. You can see this email and the password reset. So here we are able to access each and every value of that particular form group. That means whole form group object can be captured at a time. If you see my previous video, we have discussed about the payload which we need to send to the backend. Here, no need to frame the request payload. Instead, that configuration, if we are doing inside the form group, automatically whenever the login form group dot value is used, we will get a payload which is required and we can send to the backend. That means the form group value can be sent directly with the object format. This indicates whenever we have a payload from the form group, always frame that form group in a way where you can send in the format of a payload. And more about the different types of properties we'll discuss in the next upcoming videos of a form group. For now, remember we can bind form controls by using a form control name and which is inside a form group. Form group is also one type of directive which is used over the form for accessing the form group which was defined in our TypeScript. So this is how we will be using our form group with different types of form controls. Validation part we will see in the upcoming videos. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my explanation, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.